Hello and welcome back to the Formula 1 chat. Today we're going to be running through our Formula 3 2023 predictions. Entirely new grid, loads of new rookies, very exciting talent on the field this year. We're trying to predict the 30 drivers out in which order. It is almost impossible that this is spot on, but you never know, I might get one or two.
I mean, with Formula 3, you have a good section of really good talent. You have a section of people who've kind of been there for a couple of years, might make it, might not.
Yeah.
And then you have some absolute stinkers.
Well, I think they're all talented drivers to a certain extent, but you've got some that aren't as talented or that are talented but are in weaker machinery.
Yeah.
So it's a weird mix, but there are going to be some very interesting takes in this video because it's quite hard to predict. Unless you follow F4 religiously, and even then you don't know how they're going to handle the step up to Formula 3. So some of these might be well off. We're not massively well informed on all the Formula 4 drivers. Our F2 predictions will probably be much more spot on. So look out for them. That don't know which order we're going to post them yet, so they might already be out. They might be coming out soon, but. As for today, we will start at number 30 then. Who do you think will bottom the Formula 3 championships?
I feel harsh, but it's Roberto Faria.
Yeah, I don't really know that bloke
will recognise, and he's in a PHM.
That was my thinking. The two teams that struggled last season were Genza and Charouz. Charouz have decided to cover that up by changing their name.
Not going
to fool me. I'm going for Garcia Bomb, Alejandro Garcia. I think he drives for Genza, I believe. He does. So I think the two of them those two teams will be down the bottom. I've also got Faria in 29th. Neither of them really did anything in testing, so I'm expecting them to be quite low. So I've got Garcia bottom, Faria 29th. Who do you have 29th?
In 29th, I have Sophia Flörsch. Obviously, back into the Formula 3 setup. She did compete in 2020. She came 29th. I've got her 29th again.
Fair enough. I think Flörsch do a little better, but not stunning. 28th, I've got Bedrin.
29th.
29th, I've got Faria. Who have you got 28th?
28th, I have Garcia.
Alejandro Garcia. 28th, I've got Bedrin, who drives for the PHM team, right? PHM or Genza. The two I get mixed up quite
Genza. Bedrin's Genza.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'll be honest, we will have similar 6 people down at the bottom in the Genza.
It seems fairly obvious that they're going to be the ones that are...
Although, 27th, and this might be a bit harsh, I've got Hunter Yaney.
Oh, in the Carlin, right? The road in Carlin. That's
Carlin
a bit of a
rogue one. Carlin did not look quick in testing, and Yaney did not look very good last year.
Yeah, they didn't look great in testing last year, and then O'Sullivan was really solid, so...
Well, he was for the first couple races.
Yeah, what was Yaney in last year? The VAR, right?
I don't know,
and
he wasn't very good. And I think he'll struggle
stunning.
again this year.
Yeah, fair enough. My 27th is Wisnicki.
Driving for the PHM.
Yeah, it's fairly given now. I've got Wisnicki 27th. Who have you got in 26th?
I've got Tommy Smith. Driving in the VAR this year.
I don't have Smith too high, but I think putting him below the likes of... You've got Wisnicki ahead of him, right?
I was going to say, but I think looked really poor in testing, and I don't know, just a bit of a guess, really.
Yeah, also names as well, we might get massively wrong as well, so sorry, Wisnicki, if you are watching. 26th, I've got Sophia Flörsch. I think she will actually do all right compared to her team. I think she'll outperform them, but there is a cap on that PHM performance. I don't think they're going to be rapid in either Formula 2 or Formula 3, but especially not here, so I'm going to put Sophia Flörsch in 26th.
25th, I've got Wisnicki. Not much to talk about, really. He's in the PHM.
Yeah, he's a Polish man who's now driving for PHM. Yeah. 25th, I've got Boyer. This is a bit of a rogue shout, I'll be honest. I don't really know much about Boyer, though. He is at MP Motorsport. Putting him this low is quite harsh. He probably will do a couple of places higher, but looking at the stacked quality of the grid, it's going to be hard to get much higher than this. Wasn't impressive in testing.
No.
That could just be getting used to the car, but I've put Boyer currently 25th. This is where he goes and finishes 10th or something and makes him look like a mug, but I've got him 25th.
You've got Boyer 25th. I've got Boyer 24th. Similar
fair
reasons,
enough,
really. Just, I don't know, the grid's very strong.
Yeah. It is. 24th, I've got Tommy Smith. Again, his performances in testing really were underwhelming. I think he will find form eventually. I think we might find a bit of pace towards the end of the season. But by that point, we'll already have established drivers in good places. So even if he was to be able to get, with the car maybe. But I think he'd struggle to get in the points. So I've put him down in 24th. To be fair, everyone in F3
Yeah.
scores points
Yeah,
usually,
at
other
some
than
point.
the bottom ones.
Yeah.
But
23rd.
that was Spruce last year.
I got Rafael Villa-Gomez. And this might come as a surprise that he's going to get
Yeah, it is.
outperformed by quite a lot of rookies, but he's just so chaotic and so inconsistent that, say one of the rookies just has one good race, they'll outscore him.
Yeah, fair enough. 23, I've got Barter. I think he did all right in testing. A few decent results. He was like 26th and 25th the first 2 days, and then whacked like a random P5 or something, didn't he?
Campos isn't brilliant, but it isn't bad.
Yeah, I think he's got good teammates. I think you disrespect Marty, especially last season. You kept saying he went too great.
He put up some big results. Barter, second in F4 Spanish Championship and second in the FIA F4 French Championship.
Yeah, they're not bad achievements. Obviously, they're not the Italian F4, which is the most prestigious one, or the British F4, but still, very solid results to finish running up in both those championships. He's also on a strong team. I think his teammates are incredible drivers. You've got Martin, you've got Mansell. I think it's an interesting dynamic at Campos this season. 22nd, who do you have there?
22nd, I have Ido Cohen.
Oh, Jinx, I've also got Cohen 22nd.
Yeah, and I have my second Carlin already. Again, haven't really looked very good.
Disrespect for Carlin, honestly.
Haven't looked very good in testing, and Cohen didn't really, show anything last year. I'm expecting another poor season.
Yeah, fair enough. 21st then, because I've also got Cohen 22nd.
21st, I've got Bedrin. Obviously, so we talked about driving in. Oh no, we haven't talked
the
about
Genza, right? Yeah.
To be fair, that's a good performance in the Genza.
Yeah, you put quite high.
21st.
Mate, Yaney and Cohen below him. In 21st, I have got Hunter Yaney, so Carlin taking 21st and 22nd. I don't think they're going to do anything stunning. They weren't great last year, but Zach O'Sullivan did pull off some good results. I think they will be outperformed by quite a few teams, so yeah, that's why I've got Yaney down in 21st. 20th then.
Into the top 20, and this is obviously probably Christian Mansell.
Ooh.
Driving in the Campos this year, obviously came in as a reserve driver for a few races last year to replace different drivers up and down the grid, and showed some good signs of promise. Again, as I said, the Campos isn't the quickest, but it's still a decent car, and 20th is not a bad debut season.
Yeah, fair enough. I have also got Mansell not too far away, but in 20th, I've got Rafael Villa-Gomez. Wasn't a stunning campaign last year. I feel he was a bit chaotic at times, Villa-Gomez. You never really knew what he was going to do next, but yeah, I think he'll perform all right, and I think he will score a P20 in this season's F3 Championship.
Fair enough.
Who'd you have 19th?
19th, I've got Taylor Barnard. Again,
another Jinx. I've also got
really
Barnard
know much
19th.
about him. Apart from the fact he came 7th in Italian Formula 4, so that's not bad.
So I think he might be able to outperform that Genza a bit and actually score some decent results.
Yeah.
He's an all-right driver. He came second in the ADAC F4 Championship. So, yeah, I think he should do all right this season. He's a bit screwed over by his car, I think, which will limit his performance, but I think he can still get some good results. P18 then.
P18, I've got another Campos, and it's Jose Marti.
That's
this is interesting.
That
is
is
really
disgraceful.
interesting one, because in testing he's looked good, but based off last year's performance, he was nowhere.
What do you mean? Do you remember any of last season? Marty did all right.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, I think he's going to struggle.
Towards the end, he started to kill it. I think he'll take
Marty's
that form into this season.
I think Marty's going to struggle.
All right, fair enough. 18th, I have gone for Gray. I think in the Carlin, I believe. Yeah, Ollie Gray in the Carlin. I don't think he'll do anything stunning, but he's an all right driver. Yeah. A lot of expectations about him, but I just don't think he'll live up to the hype. I think this grid is incredibly stacked. I think he'll struggle. But yeah, this bottom lot are hard to really say, because obviously they could be surprisingly good, they could be surprisingly bad. So yeah, a bit of a struggle through the first 15, but that top 15 I think is very interesting.
Yeah, another rogue shout from
me. Just throw in your last two then until 15th.
Yeah, 17th, got Kyle Collette. In the VAR this year, did all right last season.
Bit of a sidestep from MP, right?
Yeah, did all right last season every now and again, but I think apart from Bahrain, didn't really see Collette much.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not expecting a bad season, just not a season that's going to amaze me.
Yeah.
And
16th?
In 16th is Ollie Gray, as you talked about, decent driver, but I don't think that Carlin's
We've
very
got
good.
Similar sort of drivers in similar sort of areas. I've got Collette in 16th and Mansell in 17th. You've mentioned both of them. 15th then, who've you got?
Now, I've got the high-tech third driver, which is yet to be confirmed.
I've also got the high-tech, because I thought, middle of the pack, let's just stick him in there. It's probably, it looks like it'll be Luke Browning after testing.
Who
but
looks strong, and to be fair, I think he could be around 15th.
I guess it's whether he has the money. If not,
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to find someone before the start of the season.
Yeah.
Actually, is it? I imagine it is legal. They only go out with 2, or they just find a random man to sit in
Just anyone.
third seat.
Pit mechanic. Go on,
Yeah, team owner, Mr. High Tech.
Oh yeah.
14th then. Who have
I've
you
got Johnny Edgar, and now 14th seems low, but this is
quite low. Yeah.
This is no offence to Johnny Edgar. I think he's a brilliant driver, but I just think the other drivers are just a bit better.
Yeah, I think Edgar's got a lot of talent, but
I do think
he was held back last year by Crohn's disease.
Yeah.
I think that, he could push on massively this season. I don't think he will.
But I think he'll struggle. Obviously, driving the MP this year, I'd like him
to prove us wrong. I'd love if he was able to make a real push of it. I just don't think he will.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your 14th?
I've gone for a bit of a... this might be disgraceful, but I've gone for Leonardo Fornaroli in 14th.
Wow.
I think this is harsh, but I don't rate him. I don't rate him that highly. Really? I might look like a mug come the end of the season if he ends up finishing top, but I don't think he'll be massively on the pace. I think he's got incredibly fast teammates in Gabriel Bortoletto and Ollie Goethe, so I think he could struggle. I think if you're behind both of your teammates for most of the year and you're really struggling to adapt, I think that will only, you start to worry. I think you'll overthink things. And I think that could only lead to more poor performances. So I'm going to go 14th for Leonardo Fornaroli.
Fair enough.
Brilliant name though. So.
Yeah, 13th. I've got Sebastian Montoya.
Oh, that's our third Chinks of the video.
Obviously now part of the Red Bull Junior Academy, and also, I mean, last year he did 2 races and he finished 21st in the championship. I mean, but that's what I'm sort of saying about FE.
Yeah.
F3 is that 2 races can make a massive difference.
You can come in and really make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
But I think Seb Montoya will take a little bit of time to adjust.
Maybe.
As much as he came in and smashed it last year,
but I think
which suggests the opposite. I think
he'll do well.
Yeah. And I don't know how quick that... He's at VAR,
High
isn't he?
Tech.
Is it High Tech?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll do better than I thought then. Because I think that High Tech will be decent.
Yeah.
If he's at VAR, maybe... I think I thought he was at VAR for some reason. But I've got Montoya at 13th as well. Who do you have in 12th?
In 12th, I have... Hang on. I think I had a strawberry.
What have you done?
No, I haven't. I've got Hugh Barter.
That's a rogue one. I've got him down in 23rd.
Yeah, he's a rogue one.
How do you justify 12th?
I'll be honest. I looked at him. In the camp, wasn't great. I'll be honest. I looked at the fact that he came second in Spanish F4 and second in French F4 last year.
All right.
I think he's Australian. That's about
You're all right. Yeah.
I think he's gonna fly.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Big fan of Hugh Barter.
He looked really good in testing.
Oh, yeah, he did score that random P5, which is why I pushed him up to 23rd. Don't think he's going to finish 12th for the championship, but you never know. I think you've got Marty and Barter the wrong way around, mate. But
that could be right, actually. That's along the right lines.
Yeah. 12th, I have Kalen Frederick. I think he's a very talented driver, Kalen Frederick, but I don't think he's really upper echelons of Formula 3.
Yeah, no.
You'd expect him to be in his second season, but I think both his teammates are much stronger than him.
Yeah.
He's got Gregoire Saucy, who we know is a talented driver, and then Nicolas Orlov, who I rate incredibly highly, and I think he will shock a lot of people this year. Obviously, he was a bit of a surprise entry. Not many people thought he'd make the jump up to F3 this year. But I think, Orlov will do well, and I think that will only hurt Frederick more. Similar to Fornaroli, as I just mentioned, in 14th, I think once you see his teammates fighting for podiums and wins, and you're struggling for points, I think that'll only hurt your performances more. So I'll go P12 for Frederick. Harsh, but I don't think he's got the ability to fight right at the top. I agree with
you there. I've put Frederick in P11, which is up next. Just build on that. Yeah, Frederick's a good driver, as you say, good talented driver, but he's very hit and miss. And I don't.
He didn't have any consistency last season.
He's not consistent enough to mount a title charge.
Yeah, fair enough. 11th then, I have Johnny Edgar. I know you mentioned him a couple minutes ago, but Edgar...
He's a little higher than I do.
Yeah, he's a good driver, Edgar, but I just don't think he'll be able to fight for the championship, unfortunately, but I guess we'll see what happens. I really like Edgar. I'd like him to be right up there, but I don't think he will be.
Yeah.
10th then.
P10, I've got Ollie Goethe. And again, as we talk, he's another of those drivers like Mansell, like Montoya, who proved themselves in the few races they got. I mean, Goethe got 4 races last year and finished 19th. We've seen promise from Gertha, obviously that brilliant drive in Hungary. Brilliant. He took pole, didn't he? In the wet.
He looks incredible, but
yeah, I'm expecting a good season. 10th is a bit low, I think, but
it's a bit harsh.
Yeah, I could have him higher, but I think the drivers ahead of him are also very quick.
Yeah, fair enough. 10th, I have thrown a bit of a curveball with this prediction.
Who's this going to be?
I've gone for Zach O'Sullivan.
Ooh.
I don't think he was that impressive in the Carlin last year.
He took pole in Bahrain, and I thought he's going to do good.
Yeah,
and then he kind of just fell away.
Unless the Premier is an absolute rocket ship, O'Sullivan is not going to be. He's not going to be getting anything. Did he take pole in Bahrain? I thought he won the sprint race after Behrman was penalised.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but I
thought he started on the front row with it was Hadjar who took the sprint race after.
Oh right, yeah.
Because he came second because him and Colapinto started on the front row together in Bahrain.
All right, yeah. Zach O'Sullivan, I've got him P10. I think unless the Prem is a rocket ship, he won't be outperforming many of the drivers around him. So it's a bit harsh, but I don't think Prem are going to have the dominance they have in recent years. And I think last year, if their car wasn't as quick, I don't think Crawford and Leclerc would have been as high as they were.
Yeah, maybe,
I think they were helped out by the fact they had a quick car.
Leclerc
they probably will still have a dominant car, so this is a bold prediction, but I'm going for Zach O'Sullivan down in 10th.
I kind of agree with bold prediction. That's why in 9th, I have got Zach O'Sullivan in 9th, just one step place ahead of you. But similar. He showed signs of promise last year, but wasn't great. And again, it's that lack of consistency that could let him down.
Fair enough. In P9, you disrespected Marty, and I've got him up in P9. I don't know if I've remembered this wrong, but I swear he started to cook at the end of last season. He was getting some really solid results. I think he's going to take P9 here.
Fair enough.
I think he's actually going to do really, really well. I might have completely remembered this wrong, but I seem to have a memory of him doing well last year. Putting him 9th.
Into the top 8 then, and P8 I have got Nikola Zolov. Obviously part of the Alpine Academy, won Spanish F4, decided to make the step up, and I think he's going to prove to Peter why. I expect him to win races this year, and I think he's going to have a really good season. Yeah,
fair enough. P8, I have Ollie Gertha. Again, performed really, really well in the couple races he got at the end of last season. I think he's a really good driver, and I think that Trident will probably be the second best team, maybe third if MP or High Tech or ART are really strong, but probably ART out of them. But yeah, I think the Trident team will probably do well, and I think Ollie Gertha is my driver in 8th.
In 7th, I've got Fornaroli. You did this man dirty.
It was a bit harsh.
I think he's going to have a good season.
Interesting.
I think he's going to have a good season. I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah, all right. P7, I've got Dino Bogdanovic. Now, this is... a lot of people who watch F4 will be stunned by this prediction because I've got him below Paul Aron, and Bogdanovic did do better in F4. I've just got a feeling Paul Aron is going to do really well. I feel like, as much as he's not one of the... probably not going to be right at the sharp end, I think Aron will have a quicker start to life in F3 than Bogdanovic and will end up higher than him in the championship.
Fair enough. In P6...
I'm just a big fan of Paul Aron.
Yeah. In P6, I've got Gabriel Mini.
Another Jinx Mini. I've also got him 6th.
Another Italian F4 champion, another Alpine Academy driver. I think he's got a really good season.
Fair enough.
I expect him to then, into A4, make a step up to Formula 2. I expect a lot of these drivers will probably get the step up to Formula 2.
Yeah, maybe some of the youngsters will stick around. Like, I don't... Solov maybe won't make the immediate step. Well, yeah, if he won the championship, he's got it. But P5, who've you got?
Who's your P6?
I've also got Mini in P6.
P5, I've got Dino Bogdanovic. As you said, maybe a bit surprising that he's getting outperformed by Paul Aron, but I think making that step up, isn't always the easiest for everyone. I think he'll struggle more than Aron will. Yeah,
in 5th, I have got that Prema driver, the Estonian Paul Aron. I think it will have a good start to the season, but as I say, I don't think Prema are going to be at the sharp end. It's a bit of a bold one. Prema are usually the quickest. They're probably going to end up with all top 3 in the championship, but I fancy going against the grain here. ART were able to claim the Drivers' Championship last year. I think it once again won't be a Prema driver on the top step.
Fair enough. In P4, I have got Gabriel Bortoletto. In the Trident, I think, as you said, Trident will be very, very quick. And I think he'll prove himself right at the sharp end, but just miss out on that side.
I've still got Bortoleto to come. In P4, though, it's Nikola Solov. I think he's an incredible talent, Fernando Alonso's protege, and I think he will do well in Formula 3 next year. You've got to be good if you're Fernando Alonso's protege. Exactly. He's the one that's made the biggest name out of the Alonso Academy, and I think they, Alpine Junior now, and I think he'll take some really good form into Formula 3, and obviously in a good team with Trident, and coming into the sport at just 17. So he's already being pushed through because he is so talented. P3 then, who have you got? That third place, that bronze medal for the championship, who have you got?
I've got the Estonian Paul Laurent. I think he's got a really, really good debut season in that Prema. As you said, we know Prema are going to be fast. We know he's a very quick driver, and I think he will challenge the top two right until the very end, but we'll just miss out.
I think we might end up with the same top two because my P3 is Gabriel Bortoleto. I think he's a better driver than Aron, and Solov. I think it'll be close between the two of them. I was so tempted to put Nikola Solov up into third.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I could. I feel like the experience of Bortoleto. He's got a few more years of racing under his belt. I think he should outperform Solov. But if Solov does well enough, I could really see the Bulgarian being in the top three.
Yeah.
So that top two then.
I think we're both got the same top two.
We've got Saucy and Colapinto, but in which order they are is the biggest deliberation. I think these two are the favourites for the champampionship. Saucy wouldn't have been up there, I don't
quickest on paper.
But until testing, I wouldn't have put Saucy up there. But Colapinto looked rapid, was really good last year.
Saucy did. Didn't Saucy win a race? I think Saucy won a race.
Yeah, Saucy won a free race. Did it right in the ART. But
I think this will be a fascinating championship battle. I think it'll be a very, very
I think it'll be close. I think last year, I think that all of the top 7, even down to Bogdanovic in mine, I think they could all be within 20 points. I don't think that's
last year. You look at last year going into Monza, Hadjar, Martins, and Behrman could have all won the championship.
And the race before, there was still
Crawford,
5, I think, that were still in it.
Still won it.
Yeah. Second, then, who do you have?
We're doing second first, are we? Not doing our champion.
Oh, go on then. Who is your 2023 Formula 3 champion?
I think we're very, very close, but I think that Gregoire Saucy will just pip Colapinto to that championship. But I expect two very quick drivers to be going battling each other very, very hard. I think it'll be very, very close, but I think it would be Saucy.
A lot of Argentinians very angry at your prediction. I'm going to get them all on side here, though. Fran Colapinto is going to win the Formula 3 2023 championship. I think he looked incredibly impressive last season. Yeah. The fact he was in a VAR, a team that were brand new to the series, and he performed as well as he did, shows a lot to how talented he is. And now he's in an MP, a team where he can actually compete for the title, and I think he will play.
In Formula 2
exactly. If you get the right driver in the right car, you never know what could happen, despite Prema's dominance. And maybe Prema will have a year like they did in F2, where it all falls apart. That's all for our F3 predictions, though. Do want to hear from you guys. Get involved in the comments below. What do you think, firstly, of our predictions? And also, what are your own predictions? Who do you think will win the title? Do you think it's going to go the way of Prema? And drivers, constructors as well. We didn't mention it in today's videos because, well,
constructors aren't the main focus
of the development series. No one really cares about the teams, apart from the teams themselves. Exactly. Who do it for pride. But yeah, that is all for us today. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.